The movie will begin in 5 moments, the mindless voice announced. All those unseated will await the next show.
Welcome back for a new model. This time it's AMT's 125 scale 1967 GT-350 Shelby. In 1967, the Doors' debut album had gone gold, and Light My Fire, the second single from the album, was #1 in the charts across the US. Jack Holzman, the CEO of Elektra Records, to show his gratitude, offered to buy each band member anything they wanted. Jim Morrison's hairstylist, Jay Sebring, owned a GT-350 Shelby, and that's what Morrison went for. Sebring was murdered, along with Sharon Tate and 3 others, 4 if you include her unborn son, by the Manson family in 1969. Holzman actually got Morrison the GT-500, but because it was an early production model, it looked more like the 350. For example, it had the twin fog lights paired close together in the centre of the grille. The later models had rectangular lights toward the outer corners. Also, the hood vents were closer to the 350 as opposed to the later 500 model. Morrison's car was different in a number of ways. The interior was a parchment colour as opposed to the usual black for the blue metallic models. It also didn't have the Le Mans stripes along the top. The engine was a 428 Police Interceptor power plant, whereas this kit has the 289 Ford engine. He called his the Blue Lady, and its fate is almost as mysterious as Morrison's, but more on that in a bit. I'll start with the engine assembly and put as much of it as I can together before spraying blue. The transmission and manifolds are steel, and the fan and belts are black. The carburetor, gold. And the air filter and valve covers are chrome. I'll take the chrome sprue and soak it in standard household bleach for a few minutes, which stripped the factory paint, and then sprayed it with the AK chrome. Onto the chassis, and it's mainly black and steel, with the disc brakes chrome. Now that the front and rear suspension is done, I'll fit on the engine. The interior floor is black. The side panels and seats, I'm doing a very light grey off-white to match the parchment colour. The seats have a chrome bar around the outside, and some detail for the side panels of chrome and black. Now fit the interior together. For the dashboard, I did chrome silver and the light grey on the bottom. The steering wheel is a light brown. And I'll add the roof and side scoops onto the body. The interior of the car, I'm doing the light grey again, and the engine block area steel. Once done, I masked and primed. The colour I'm using for the body is Tamiya TS53 Deep Metallic Blue. Now I'll assemble the rear fascia, add the tail lights, the fuel cap, and the backup lights. For the license plate, I copied the one that was registered to Jim Morrison, VRD 389, and printed it out. Add the bumper, and that's the rear done. Another difference with Morrison's car was that the wheels were 10-spoke. The ones that come with the model are 5-spoke. So, as is my wont, I will make them 10-spoke by using aluminium craft wire. Cut up small pieces and attach to the wheel. A simple process once you get used to the size that needs cutting. That took a few attempts, needless to say, and that's the 10-spoke wheels done. And I'll put the wheels together. Now I'll assemble the front end. First add the parking lights, then the 4 headlights, the front bumper and the license plate. Now the rear windows and front windshield, I also added the rear view mirror. And now add the body onto the chassis assembly. That metallic blue came out great. It really looks good. And fit the front and rear fascia. And that's it, the 1967 Shelby, inspired by the version owned by Jim Morrison. A very straightforward build, but what a classic car. The metallic blue is superb and it all fitted together perfectly. The only issue is that it only came with a left hand side mirror. There was no right side. But other than that oversight, a good kit. So back to Morrison's car and its fate. There are conflicting stories about it. One says that Morrison crashed it into a telephone pole, walked to a bar, and when he returned it was gone. Another story goes that he parked it in an airport before going on tour, and when he returned it was gone. Some say, including his bodyguard, that it was scrapped. However, there are published newspaper ads of the car being put up for sale, the first in February 1969 by Morrison himself with 5,000 miles on the clock. It didn't sell and he used it in his featurette Highway. The last ad appeared in October 1971 with 15,000 miles on the clock, 3 months after Morrison's death. So the claim that it was scrapped don't add up. There are also reports of people contacting auto clubs convinced they have it due to frame damage and repairs that match the stories of Morrison's various accidents and crashes. It could be in someone's garage, unaware or indeed aware of who the original owner was. Remember, Steve McQueen's Mustang from the film Bullet was kept in a family garage for decades and resurfaced in 2018. So maybe someday the Blue Lady will once again take the highway to the end of the night. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below, along with the notification bell. Also, leave me a comment and let me know what you thought. Thank you.